Hello guys, KP Shamino here with a new video for Fishing Planet, and in 2 days we got the release of the new ocean map in Japan. And I'm going to show you guys in this video my 12 tips and tricks that are very important to know if you come to this area. I'm sure that you will miss a couple of them if you don't know them. So I'm still on the test server, you can see it here. So this is not a real account, it's just an account for the test server, therefore I got so much money. This will go away when the ocean map is live on the live server. So we are going to start first with number 1. So we got now an NPC, and that NPC is going to give a chain quest. You can see there are a lot of them. So you start with this one, and then if you do this one, you go to the next one and so on. So why is this so good? Because this chain quest system is going to work a little bit like a tutorial. It's going to show positions here because this is a very big map. It's going to say to you how you need to fish with certain lures. So I would suggest, if you come here, start the chain mission. If you need videos about it, I got for every mission a video. I will post them when this goes live too. I made the playlist for this area. Check them out if you're stuck somewhere. Where is this NPC? You will find them in the Green Bay, or the Green Harbor, I need to say, this peg. You need to come to the car, and if you come here at the start, the first time you will find the NPC here. For me, it's now gone. Why? Because I did all the missions. So that's what you need to do at the start. The next one is an extra zoom function. So that's something that I think a lot of people are going to miss, and you need to have it. Otherwise, it's almost impossible to check the screens on the boats. So the old one is still working. For me it's W. For the most people that are not using Azerty, it's Z. So you can see this still works. This is the old one. But now they got a new one. And what is a new one? You just need to right click the mouse. So you can see it here, because the zoom on the boat is anchor out and in. I think therefore it is. So now you can just right click it and you just can zoom in and out. Why is that important that you got that for this? So if I start the boat now and you're going to see the map device, you can zoom and zoom in with the middle mouse scrolling wheel, but that's not handy. So if you need to go, for example, I need to go to those markers, okay, I can steer a little bit to that direction, but with the zoom function, it's a lot easier to see markers. The next new feature that they introduced in this update, that is that you can open now your spool or bail. It depends, of course, on what kind of reel you're using. So if you throw now in the water, you can see at the bottom right you got a new icon. That means now that line is coming from the spool. So now the bail and the spool is open. If you do one click, it's closed. So how can you open it yourself? You need to push R. So if I push R now again, you can see that my bottom weight is going back to the bottom. It's very handy for bottom fishing. Here we go again. Close, open, and that's how you need to do it. The next one is on the sea boats. So on the sea boats, you got a couple of positions. You can steer the boat, and you can stand on 4, 2, or 3 positions in the boat. You cannot run around freely, so there are 2 methods that you can use. The first one is a slow one, the second one is the fast one, and I would suggest that you do the second one, but I will show you guys the first one. So the first one, you just go to menu, inventory, you click here on the boat, and you just click on a position that you want to go, and now I'm on this position. You can do it again. You want to steer the boat, you do it like this. This is a slow method. The fast method is you just keep pushing R, and then you get the same menu. So now you can do once again what you want, and this is the fast method. Another one, if you are fishing alone, so for example you're cruising around, you're trolling, and you see, oh, I got a bite on the rod, just push one time R. So you don't need to use the menu. R is going to let you jump from this to this. So do that. Another thing that I want to show you guys is this. So if you want to make somebody else captain, I didn't yet do that, but if you want to make some guy captain, you got this menu. So you can see here that if you go back to this menu and you're now fishing with your friends, so you always got a captain, and the captain is going to steer with the boat. So it's not that you're with 4 people on the boat that everybody can, go a little bit faster. No, you need to have a captain. If you want to change somebody to a captain, you just click on his name and you just need to make him captain. And on that moment, he will become the guy that can steer around on the boat. That's something that you will need. I didn't do this yet because I didn't play it with other people, but that's something that I want to show you guys too. The next one is a totally new feature too. They are called navigation buoys. So they got limitations too. I will show you guys that. So you can buy them here in the shop. Under surface, you can buy navigation buoys. So what are they? Because they are very special but very handy. So you can see I got a lot of them here. And what they are going to allow you is that you can fast travel to that buoy. So you click on one, you can just fast travel. You can rename them too, like this. So that's very handy. But there are limitations. So first of all, how do you need to put out a navigation buoy? Because it does not work like the other marker, because otherwise people will abuse this system. So the old markers was like this. I can put here a marker and I'm done. That's not possible with the navigation buoy. A navigation buoy will always be placed on your position. So if I do this now, it's here. Why is that? Otherwise you can abuse it. So if I got now a chance that I put here a navigation buoy, I can go right way to this position. I don't need to travel anymore. So therefore it's done. Another thing is there is a cooldown on navigation buoys. So if I want to go now to this one and I take fast travel, you can see here, the next fast travel is available in, it's just the same like forward the time. You need to pay 8 bait coins to skip it. You can only fast travel if you're in the boat. You cannot fast travel if your rods are out, but it's a very handy feature. So if you find somewhere a very good spot, put a navigation buoy on it, you start your day, you teleport to it and you can start fishing. A next feature is a small tip, I need to say it, but something a lot of people always ask. Can I use my old boats in the sea area and can I use my sea boats in the other areas? The answer is no. So you will have 3 sea boats at the start, and that are the only boats that you can use in Japan. I will show you guys that. So I got now at the moment, I got now this boat equipped. This is from the DLC pack. If I go now to another area, you will see that I cannot use a sea boat. So if I go now to Michigan, I will do that really quick for you guys. My boat will be away. So you can see it here. So St. Croix, let's travel. They are even saying it. So you cannot use the boat. So we go here to this area and you will see that the sea boat is not here. It would be funny if the boat is now here. So only my, the rental boat is here and the rental kayak. It's just the same for the old boats. So if I equip now my, I think it's the Amazonian one, the blue one, if I'm not mistaken, you will got the same feature with the kayak too. So I got here now the kayak, I think. So let's have a look. I'm going to equip an old boat, here my blue one. If I go now back to Japan, so you can see it here. You are going to travel to the pond with kayak, bass boat are not allowed to use. So always remember that it does not work in this area. The next one is something that a lot of people will ask too. You can test it yourself, but I will say to you guys. So you are going to get a shitload of new equipment. And under the menu in the shop, they are called Saltwater. Does that mean that you cannot use saltwater gear in freshwater areas or around? No, you can use everywhere what you want. But I think you need to watch it when you are going to use old gear in saltwater areas, because I think that they take a little bit more damage. So you guys can see it here. I got now 6 setups for the new map, the ocean map. I can go to White Moose Lake. And I can use my saltwater gear over there. So if you come here, so you can see I can just freely use my very heavy saltwater gear in this area. Of course, the problem with the saltwater gear, it's so heavy you cannot throw that far. I'm even here with my pilker, so there is not a problem why you would not use it. And then if you go back to Japan, it's just the same story. So I got here my Brutos on too. That's old gear. So if you go back to Japan, it will allow you to use your old equipment. Here we go. So we are going to the dock again. And it was number 6. So no, it was not number 6. Was it 7? Okay, so now you can see I can just freely, and you can do it with everything. Is this important? Yeah, it can be important, because what I saw was, if you're level 80 and you buy the DLC, it's possible that for some missions, if you need to make the distance, that you need to use the biggest spinning setup from the fresh water. That's possible, because I think you only can get access to the first saltwater rod at level 81. So therefore I'm saying it. The next tip, and this is an important one. So environment clues are very important because it's a very big area. So you guys can see here. So you see birds. So most of the time if you see birds above water, that means that there are fish under it. And this is a very good marker to know that's a hotspot. But that's not all. You will find other hotspots too, like boats that are standing on a certain position. That means that there is fish around too. Sunken boats. And a couple of other ones too that I didn't saw yet. But you can find them in the fish pieces menu too. So if you go to the mahi-mahi, always try to read that if you want to target a certain species. So you can see, you can spot the location of the mahi-mahi on the high sea, thanks to the birds, the algae, and the debris. So, very important that you know that. So if you see something in the water, like debris or something, birds, always check it out, because it's most of the time a hotspot for a certain fish. The next one is very important too. That's something that I saw yesterday, and that's something that a lot of people are going to miss. I'm going to put it in my DLC video that I'm going to make tomorrow too. That you for sure know it when you start this new ocean map. So we are going to get 3 boats for the sea. But not every boat got the same maximum fish weight. So that means if you got a fish that the weight goes over the maximum fish weight, you cannot keep him. So you don't get money for it. So you cannot sell that because you cannot put it in your fish tank. You get experience for it, and you will get that fish in the leaderboard too. So I tested it yesterday because I didn't know that. If you release a fish, is it coming in the leaderboard? I went to Lone Star, yes. So these are all fish that I released, and they came in the leaderboard. So I'm going to show you guys 3 boats, and then you can see what I mean. So you will have in the sea, you will have the rental boat. And that's the first one that I'm going to show. So if you hover over this boat, or if you rent a boat, you will see what the maximum single fish weight is that you can keep. So here you can see it. So this boat is going to allow 150 kilogram. That's not a lot. Later on, I will show you guys the leaderboard of this moment. But that's not a lot. You need to throw a lot of fish back in the water. If we go now to the first TLC boat, that's one with 250 kilogram. So they are here at the bottom. So you can see it's this one. So if I click on this one or I equip it, you will see, if I hover over it, maximum single fish weight is 250 kilogram. This boat is going to allow you to keep almost all the species except 2 of them. And that's something that I will show you guys. And then the last boat, that's the one of another DLC pack, is going to allow to keep all the fish. So he got 300 kilogram, and in the new area there is not a fish that is above 300 kilogram. So always watch that, and that's very important. So if you buy a DLC, if you go to a certain area, as I said, I will say it in the DLC video too, because this is very important, because people will not know this at the start, because you don't know the weights. I know the weights now on the test server, but at the start nobody will know that. And then this is spoiler alert, so if you don't want to see that, don't watch it. So remember, 150, 250, 300. So if we go now to the new area and we check the fish, you can see you cannot keep at this moment the monster fish if you don't have a boat that is 300 kilogram. And you cannot keep some trophy Pacific blue tuna. So that's a problem. If you got a DLC boat, the lowest one, you cannot keep these fish. They go in a range, of course. Some you can keep because this one is 201. If you got the rental boat, you already can see everything above 150 kilogram you cannot keep. So that's a lot of species. So that's something that I want to show you guys. The next one is fishing together. I never did it, but I can show you guys how you activate it. So you will find here at the top a new icon. What can you do with your with this icon? So you can take fishing together. So you're just going to start a new room. So you can create this. And if you start this, you can see this menu. So you can do exit and you can start it. So you can invite friends or people, I think. So if you click here, I can now invite a guest. I can go to my friend list. I can click on it. I can invite here another guy until everything is set, and then you can start it. You go to a new room, people can join you, and you can fish with those people. If you want to stop this, you just go back to this menu, you take finish, and you can stop this. So that's a new feature. That you can fish together with friends. I'm not sure that there is like a system that other people can see it and can join you. I think at the moment it's only with people that you know. So it's not like you just put it on and people can just join freely. I didn't find it, maybe it's in the game and I overlooked it. Sorry for that. But this is fishing with friends system that will be implemented. For the last 2 tips and tricks, they are going to be settings, new settings that we got. So you guys can see the water looks really good for me. So do I got my glasses on? Yeah. So I'm going to put them off. So the thing is, you got now an option in, options in settings under video. You can now play with the settings for your ocean water. So this is new. So if you put this on medium, you can see right away the difference. So this is medium. Still looks for me very decent. There are other games where the water does not look as good as this at medium. But of course I play always on high or ultra. Another thing that I saw was at the start when I came here, but now it's already better. For me the water was too bright. It was like, and I put this off too. So here, post FX, it can make the water a little bit better. So a little bit darker, that it's not shining. That's an extra. So always remember, that's a setting that you can use now. And then the last one for the video, and that's a very important one too. That's something that the developers introduced a couple of days ago. Everybody knows if you go around with boats, in every fishing game, the sound of the engine is way too high. So in this game, you got a setting under audio that you can lower the sound of the boat engine. Very important, otherwise you get bleeding ears, take it from me. So here you can find it. So that was it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the release in 2 days, and I see you guys in next video. Bye bye.